And good morning on a Tuesday with Morning Coffee with Marcaida. And today we're going to finish up on this three-part series, just three ways to talk about using the diary. So we talked about earlier that you should start keeping up a diary at the beginning to start listing down the different triggers in your life. Of course, for the first one is about what are the things that elicit a lot of negative things in you. The other day we talked about the other part of that is writing down the triggers that bring out the best in you. And today, quick note, let's talk about the things or listing the people that pretty much bring out the best in you or was supportive of you. A lot of times we're so focused on doing things or focus on the things that are happening that are negative to us, focus on the strife, on the negative stuff, and we forget that there's always a support system that was always around us. The team you, the people who supported you. And writing a diary is writing down who these people are that were always there, because we tend to take them for granted. We tend to only focus on the things that elicit such strong, powerful emotions to us that we forget who was giving us that power. The people around us, the people, your friends, your loved ones, the very people who just listen to you when you're crying or screaming and everything and just being quiet right there without their support. Who are the people that you go to when you need to talk to someone? Once you have this list, make a list to make sure that you acknowledge them and that you're constantly paying gratitude to them, saying thank you. Because, you know, a lot of times we're so focused on everything around us that gives so much of our time. And all that time that we focus on that, we don't give it to the ones who support us. So sometimes they're really more, deserving of our time. In the martial world, at least in my group, a lot of times when I first starting out, every time new people would come in, I'd spend so much time explaining to them all the different things and nuances of what I was doing that I would expect that my guys who were already with me would just support that, when in fact they're supporting it, they're training with me, but their own training suffers because now I'm teaching everybody all over, and I would not have that knowledge of teaching everybody else because they were my training partners, and it was their training that started to suffer. So I had to make sure that I came back and say, guys, I've been busy all over. Now we're going to start training you guys again and giving them the focus, because truly they were the ones who were always there with me. No matter what, through thick and thin, they were always there. They were patient and understood that I had to do other stuff, but they were always there. And I always say, guys, thank you. And I come back to them and I always make sure that, at that time that I acknowledge them, because without them, I won't be able to do all this other stuff. And the same thing with using that diary. Gathered information of those that you need to say thank you for. Make that list and make sure you do it. We always say we're going to do it, but you see, we get complacent or we take others for granted. And this is one way to make sure that you circle back and you give them the rightful time and, consideration that they deserve. And for someone who keeps catching how many times I go through my coffee, that's how many times I touch it, just preparing, make sure it's just warm, ready to go. Doug Marcaida here. Hope you guys have a great day. Cup of Joe. Always good. Take care, guys.